Hello viewers. So you have studied the photosynthesis process, which is one of the life processes, and there we have seen they require raw materials for the preparation of food, and out of which soil they take water, minerals, right? And they take up this through the roots, right? Now where does this goes for the preparation of food? From roots it goes up, up, and so photosynthesis takes place in this leaf. Now the roots are very far away, the leaves are very far away from roots. So how this water or minerals are reaching in these leaves? That is another one question. Now if after photosynthesis, if the food which is prepared, how it is going transporting to different parts, like the growing parts, for an example this growing part, flower, right? Or it is going to stored in somewhere else in the part of the plant. So how does this happening? Let's see how these things happens. Namaskar and welcome back to Gyanayatri Rudraj. So we have already studied two life processes, and today the topic is the third life processes, that is transportation. And in this video we will discuss about transportation in plants, right? So transportation in plants, only two conditions happens here. One, it has to transport water and minerals from roots to the leaves for the preparation of food, and when the food prepared, this food has to be transported back to the different parts of the plant, right? So we will see one by one. The first one, that is transport of water. The transport of water, this takes place with the help of a tissue which we already studied, that is xylem. So xylem helps in the transportation of water. How it helps, we will discuss this. As xylem helps in transportation of water, not only water, it also helps in transportation of water and minerals. Because of this, and where it is going, from roots to the leaves. From where it is going? Roots to the leaves. It is transporting from roots to the leaves. Because of that, it is going upward and in ascending order. That's why this process is called ascent of sap. Ascent of sap. Ascending, it is going upward direction, it is going, and sap means combination of water and minerals. Now what happens actually here, we will see. The xylem is present in roots also, it is present in stems also, it is present in leaves also, and though they all are connected to each other, and because of that, through xylem it gets easily transported. But the condition is, first it has to taken up by the root, right? So what happened at roots? At roots what happened? Because first case is, the from the soil the water and minerals has to be absorbed, right? From the soil water and minerals has to be absorbed. The minerals are ionic form, they are ions. They are ions because they are minerals, so they are remaining as an ions. And already minerals are present in the plant body also, and they require more and more for the growth. Now in this condition, because it is not remain in lesser concentration, and we know due to diffusion from higher concentration to lower concentration it may go, but here there is no lower concentration in the plant. Because of that, the plants take up the minerals actively taken up the minerals. This actively means here the active transportation takes place, and active transportation is due to the help of ATP. Energy is required, yes. When these minerals get actively taken up by the roots, this creates a difference in the soil and the roots for the water, right? So higher concentration remain in the soil and lower concentration in the roots, and because of this the water get enter into the roots through the process called osmosis, right? So with the help of active transportation and osmosis, water and minerals combinedly it enters into the roots. After this, what it has to go upward. Yes, it has to go upward to the leaves. Now the journey starts for the minerals and water to reach there, and for that two sub processes happens here. One is root pressure. The root exerts pressure, right? Roots exert pressure, so that due to this pressure it moves upward towards the leaves, right? That is helping in the movement of uh, water from roots to leaves. So this is one. The another one which is happening, this is called transpirational pool. So before coming to transpirational pool, I just want to discuss transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration, as already you have heard this term and we have already discussed this term. This transpiration is process where loss of water takes place, right? Loss of water in vapor form, through stomata. So stomata is present in the leaves. Through stomata the water get lost in the form of vapor. That is which we call transpiration. Transpiration helps in cooling down of leaves also, right? And transpiration, due to transpiration, what happens when the water get lost from the leaves required water, so it start cooling the water, right? And this is what we call transpirational pool. And due to this transpirational pool and root pressure, the water moves from roots to the leaves, right? Now transpirational pools happens in the daytime especially, so it mostly helps in the daytime. And as transpiration doesn't occur, because due to the sunlight only transpiration has to be happen, right? Has to occur, but it doesn't happen in the night time transpiration pool. So in that condition, at night the root pressure come into the action, or it mostly helps. Likewise, this root pressure and transpiration pools helps in the transportation of water. Now we will see transport of food. Transport of food, it takes place with the help of phloem, right? It takes place with the help of phloem. What it has to do? It has to transport the food, the prepared food after the photosynthesis. Now, how it from where to where it has to transport? From leaves to the other parts of plants. So it has to transport from other parts of the plant, right? Now the location is changing from one place to another, from another to another. The location is changing for the food. For the now, why it has to transport for the other parts? Because either it is the growing part, or it is the storage part. It is the growing part or the storage part. Because of that only it is getting transported to that particular parts, right? So it is getting translocated, and because of this process is called translocation. The transport of food, the process name is translocation. Now how these things happens? Now, like xylem, it is not unidirectional, because it can go anywhere, because it has to take this food to different parts from the leaves. So what happens here actually? And these foods, the foods which has to be transported, it is again either it is present there, or it has to be reached there, right? It is already there, it has to be reached again. Now for this, what happened? ATP is required. Simply with a diffusion process again it can't move. So ATP is required. Now for movement, for sorry, for movement the ATP is required. Now, due to the use of ATP, when the food use the ATP for the movement, what happened in the phloem? In the phloem, the water enters, right? It creates osmotic pressure with the help of ATP. When it causes movement, osmotic pressure increase inside the phloem, and because of this, water flows in the phloem, right? Now it becomes very easy, because with the help of water and the food, it creates a higher concentration, lower concentration, and then this, along with the water, the food travels from higher concentration, lower concentration. Wherever the lower concentration creates, suppose if it is creating in some storage unit, stem, roots, or some growing part, whether it is fruits, flowers, there it moves. Likewise, the phloem help in the transportation of the food in the different parts of the body, right, of the plants. So this is what we have seen in this transportation in plants. It is very simple. The two process only it happens. One is transportation of water, and another one is transportation of food. Exactly. Transportation of water takes place with the help of xylem, right? So which we have already studied in the class 9, and structures of the xylem. And transport of food happens with the help of phloem, and that also structure we have seen, the phloem structure, how it is. So this is from today's video. So we will see you in the next video with this hope. Thank you. Namaskar.